Over the past few years, airlines, both legacy and budget carriers, have been struggling. Among these airlines is Garuda Indonesia, Indonesia's national airline, whose financial struggles have been well documented over the years. Recently, there has been some new developments as to the situation of Garuda Indonesia, as it recently secured creditor approval for a restructuring to help the airline stay afloat financially. Over the last few years, Garuda Indonesia has been facing some financial difficulties as the previously reported debt of the airline is around 9 to 10 billion US dollars, with some reports putting that figure up to around 9.8 billion. As Asia continued to mount its recovery amid the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021, Garuda Indonesia continued to face setbacks as in the June of that year, the airline defaulted on a 500 million US dollar Islamic bond. Facing a mounting financial situation, Garuda Indonesia got a much-needed reprieve as it secured approval from creditors earlier last month for a rehabilitation proposal that would halve the debt of the airline. According to several reports, including one from the Nikkei Asian Review, the airline received a majority vote of around 95% of the creditors, with at least 2 objecting the proposal. Also included in this deal would be the issuance of new bonds worth over 800 million US dollars, as well as the raising of over $300 million by the offering of equity to non-shareholding creditors. Among the biggest part of this plan is the reduction of liabilities of the airline, which most of this will involve the aircraft orders and leasing contracts. As part of this plan, Garuda Indonesia will be making cuts in leases by around 65% for its wide-body fleet and 35% for narrow-body aircraft. While it is a boost to Garuda Indonesia's efforts to maintain its operations and to continue staving off bankruptcy, this is the latest chapter of long-standing issues and criticisms of the airline. Since the late 1990s and early 2000s, this is the third time that Garuda Indonesia has undertaken a restructuring process. Despite the best efforts of shareholders, including the Indonesian government, which happens to be a major shareholder of the company, going through a restructuring process has been a familiar theme for the airline. This has led to doubts as to the future viability of the airline, with both internal and external factors that have impacted the airline. Besides the COVID-19 pandemic and the ever-changing situation of the aviation scene in Asia over the last 2 decades, others have pointed out to the airline operating inefficient routes that have proven not to be viable and what has been deemed as mismanagement of the airline. It's for this reason and more that there have been discussions as to the future of Garuda Indonesia over the years, a topic that has also become a political issue in the country. Going forward, for better or for worse, the future of Garuda Indonesia being the national airline is of national interest, and the immediate priority is to turn around the airline financially as the world continues to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. This will be a tall and major task for Garuda Indonesia and its stakeholders, as it currently operates flights to 9 countries and 39 domestic points as of June of 2022. With most of its fleet grounded, the airline is not operating at 100% capacity, a far cry from the 23 countries and 65 domestic points the airline served in the September prior to 2020. As global travel restrictions have been easing, there will be some big decisions on the route restorations going forward, just one of the few of the many decisions that the airline will have to navigate and make. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Flights in Asia, highlighting the news and updates from the aviation and travel scene in the Asia Pacific. For more of the latest updates, you can check out the website at www.flightsinasia.com. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.